Hey, hi everyone. My name is Jerry Wise. I've been helping people for 45 years dealing with family dysfunction and narcissistic family issues. This video is Narcissistic Family: How to Resist Breaking a No Contact with Them. For those of you who are on the spectrum of going no contact, whether full no contact or partial no contact, I would strongly recommend the online program that I have called Road to Self. There's also a free training below. There's the Road to Self online program. I strongly would recommend that, particularly if you're wavering about going back and reconnecting with narcissistic family members. I would strongly recommend that. I think it's something you could focus on because you're focusing on you during that program. Let me talk about, again, what I teach people who I work with to resist breaking no contact. First of all, to resist breaking no contact, remember the purpose of going no contact in the first place. We oftentimes, our brains are funny things and memories get faded. We then just remember some of the positive things and blot out some of the negative things or difficulties. Much like if we are in an addictive or dependent relationship with someone, then when we break off from that, we start remember those good things and forget the bad things. So we want to remember to think about going no contact as an act of self-care, not as a reaction to guilt or shame or threats. Reconnect only if it truly serves your well-being and not because of external pressures or internal yearnings for a normal family. And many times we will have that, or feel lonely, or feel disconnected, or feel odd in terms of social situations where people go, "Oh, well, how is your family?" Well, I'm not in contact with them. And so that feels awkward. So maybe if I reconnect with them, I won't feel so socially awkward. That's not a good reason to reconnect. So we want to remember that self-care is the reason for the no contact. Number 2. If you want to resist breaking a no contact relationship with family members, identify triggers and reduce the reactivity first before you break the no contact decision. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, understand the situations or emotions like loneliness or guilt that may make you want to break no contact. Recognizing these triggers are key to managing them effectively and reducing emotional reactivity. Yearning to fit in, yearning to be normal, feeling tired of explaining the relationships to other people. When they ask, "How's your family?" as I mentioned before, those are not good reasons to break the no contact decision. Thirdly, you can resist breaking the no contact by focusing on your own inner boundaries. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, reaffirm the reasons you established the boundaries. They're essential for maintaining your mental health and self-differentiation and protecting your emotional space. It is good to remember the pain. And you ask, is there any evidence that they have truly changed? If you can, like in a court of law, prove with evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that some have changed or someone has changed, well, then you can make a different decision. But if there's not that evidence that is there, remember the pain. Remember to affirm the reasons why you went no contact. Number 4, we can resist breaking no contact by using the systems feelings technique. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, question whether your feelings are genuinely yours or if they stem from your family pressure, your family system. These are systems feelings. and distinguish between system-driven emotions and your self's true feelings. When we begin to recognize we may be having systems feelings, and again, systems feelings are what the system wants you to feel. We may want to use the technique, ask, if you didn't have these yearnings, if you didn't have these feelings, what would you choose to do about the no contact relationship? And again, if you feel guilty, ashamed, tired of explaining to people what's gone on, I want to feel normal, I yearn to feel normal. If you didn't have any of those thoughts or feelings, what would you choose to do about the no contact? And many times people would choose, oh, well, I would remain no contact if I didn't have these feelings. Because again, systems feelings are very powerful and follow us into adulthood for sure. Number 5, to resist going and breaking a no contact relationship, stay calm and neutral. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, it's important to cultivate calmness and detachment from your family's emotional pull. Reactivity often indicates that the family's superself is still influencing you. So strive for emotional neutrality. I think of feel less and think more. If I were calm and if I felt less, what decision would I make? Because then we're using the more frontal part of our cortex, we're using the more adult part of our brain, so we can make a good decision. You can resist breaking a no contact relationship by shifting focus to your real self. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, it's important to engage in activities and relationships that nurture your true self. Ask yourself, is this decision to reconnect about them or about me? Ask, if they never change and you don't need them to, would you still want to reconnect? And these are very important questions when we're wavering in that decision. And again, we don't have to feel ashamed of these feelings or wavering. The normal development of human family life should be that we would want to have a connection with our family. And so that's kind of a part of our own development and who we are as human beings. But it doesn't mean all families are healthy enough to stay in that contact with them, no matter how much we'd like to or what feels normal for us. Number 7, if you feel a desire to waver in that decision and to reconnect and to stop the no contact, reflect on the family superself. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, it's important to consider how internalized family dynamics may be influencing your thoughts about breaking no contact. Greater awareness makes it easier to stay firm in your decision. In other words, in reconnecting, who is that for? Are you trying to get their approval? Are you trying to deal with your shame? Because all of those kinds of things are a part of the family superself versus the practical, rational decision about what is good for me and how I should accept them as they are. Number 8, if you want to resist breaking the no contact, prepare for resistance. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, be ready for the feelings of guilt and resistance to maintain that contact. Understand that these are natural parts of the process and stay committed to your boundaries. It's okay to have some beginning feelings of guilt or beginning feelings of resistance to going no contact, because that's not the way it naturally should be. But I'm sorry, you don't have the natural healthy family. So we can't use the natural healthy rules for an abnormal and unhealthy family. And that's what I try to teach. You don't want to apply healthy rules to an unhealthy, toxic situation. You will get burnt every time. Number 9, if you feel like breaking the no contact, then you can connect with their limitations first before you break that no contact. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, it's important to assess whether you're strong enough to remain unaffected by their limitations, by their immaturities and dysfunctions. If reconnecting means being drawn back into dysfunction, it may not be the right choice. For example, if you're going to reconnect, assess your own limitations. If they still treat you like they have and it bothers you so much, that's a problem. If you reach out to them, they don't reach back out to you and you feel hurt, then you may not be ready for reconnection because they're affecting you too much. And that's going to be a problem because probably they're going to continue their patterns. And number 10, if you feel like breaking no contact and you feel like you should maybe reconnect, then engage in supportive relationships. If you're thinking about reconnecting with your family after going no contact, it's important to strengthen connections with friends, healthy support groups who respect your decision to maintain no contact, offering support and validation. And again, nobody makes the decision for me whether I go no contact or reconnect. I'm an adult. I make that decision. So even if I get advice and help from other people, I want people who are going to respect my decision. And so those supportive people will say, okay, you can. And I always tell clients when they say, hey, I think I might want to reconnect with family, I tell them, you're an adult and you have total right to do that. There's no laws on the books and the Constitution does not bar you from reconnecting with your parents. However, I would like to talk about what that might mean so that you can make an adult decision about that so that you know what you're walking into. Again, you're free to make whatever decision you want because I'm not you and you're not me. I can't live out your decision. Only you can. But I am here to help you explore what that might mean so you can make the best decision for you. And that's why I think it might be good to get a therapist or a coach to help. We have coaching available. You can check out the website. Also, if you're feeling iffy about a no contact or decision that you've made, I would recommend the Road to Self program that's listed below. Very helpful, can get you focused back on you. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll like this video. Please comment below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and be wise.